This segment of the news is brought to you by Desert View Hospital, providing emergency medical care around the clock at 360 South Lola Lane. Learn more at desertviewhospital.com. Physicians are not employees or agents of this hospital.
Welcome back to News 46. Now here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, the volatile stock market is a good thing for Goldman Sachs. The investment firm beat Wall Street estimates by a mile. Revenue rose 25% in the first quarter to $10 billion. The majority of Goldman's business comes from stock and bond trading. All of those wild swings in the market translated into a huge business boost. Some investors in Goldman Sachs chose to sell some shares and take a profit. CNN Money calculates the average Goldman worker made more than $110,000 in the first 3 months alone of the year. Netflix is a big winner on Wall Street. The streaming services company added 2 million subscribers, sending that stock soaring to a record high during Tuesday's trading session. Netflix shares are up 75% this year. The IRS is making some extra money this week. The deadline for Americans to pay their taxes was April 17th. Some people could not pay due to multiple website crashes.
Thanks, Angela. Well, one person was stabbed recently at a Tonopah hotel. Fortunately, that suspect was captured shortly afterward by police.
John Wiley George has been arrested for battery with use of a deadly weapon, possession of a controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia at the location of the Mizpah Hotel in Tonopah. According to deputies, they were dispatched to the Mizpah Hotel for a report of a possible stabbing. They made contact with the individual who said that he and John George had a confrontation on the 4th floor of the hotel, and that John had hit him in the face and pulled a knife and stabbed him in the side. The victim was then transported to the hospital in Hawthorne, Nevada. Police made contact with George in front of the hotel, who they say began crying and said that he didn't mean for the confrontation to go that far. They said that he had 2 knives on his person and that both knives were seized by police. At that time, they say that George went into a panic attack and requested medical attention. Upon searching the suspect, police say they found a prescription bottle with a white crystalline substance inside and a glass pipe. Police say the substance tested presumptive positive for methamphetamine. George was arrested and transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center.
Now let's turn to Deanna to find out what news is happening across our Silver State.
According to the Department of Employment, Training and Rehabilitation's March 2018 economic report, Nevada added 3,500 jobs, bringing employment in the state of Nevada to a record high of 1,373,700. Unemployment in March remained constant at 4.9%. The report also notes that in the 4th quarter of 2017, personal income in Nevada reached $136 billion, up 6.4% from a year ago. This increase has been ongoing in 30 of the past 31 quarters. Additionally, Nevada's average personal income growth has exceeded that for the United States over 14 of the past 16 quarters, with income gains in the state averaging 5.1% compared to 3.5% in the United States. Estimates show Nevada's labor force has averaged 1.49 million in the first quarter of 2018, up from 1.45 million during the same period in 2017. This translates into an increase of 40,160 more Nevadans in the labor force, either working or actively seeking employment. The gap between Nevada and the nation has remained unchanged at 0.8 percentage points for 6 months. The unemployment rate for Black Nevadans stands at 9.4%, down from 22.6% at the peak of the recession, while the rate for Hispanic Nevadans stands at 5.7%, down from 18.7%. The rate for white Nevadans is at 4.6%, down from 13.9%. March's initial claims for unemployment insurance held relatively steady at 9,300 claims, down 5 percentage points relative to last month and down 2.2% relative to last March. Democrats urging more action to prevent gun violence are having a press conference at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, calling for expanded background checks and a ban on bump stocks, which allows semi-automatic weapons to fire rapidly like automatic firearms. The event comes a day before students around the country, including at least a dozen Nevada schools, plan to walk out of class to protest gun violence on the 19th anniversary of the Columbine High School shooting in Colorado. NASA's Glenn Research Center in Cleveland, Ohio, are discussing a recent experiment to demonstrate a new nuclear reactor power system designed for space. NASA will stream the audio and presentation slides on NASA's website May 2nd. Kilopower could provide safe, efficient, and plentiful energy for future robotic and human space exploration missions to the Moon, Mars, and destinations beyond. The experiment was conducted November 2017 through March of 2018 at the Nevada National Security Site. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. That's your news across Nevada.
Thanks, Deanna. And don't grab that remote. After we return, we'll tell you about one of your last chances to grab some free monster truck show tickets. That's happening this weekend. We'll be right back.